Hey, it's your boy Sergeant Hooked on Henshins. So, today is our episode 4 review of Kamen Revice. So far, I've been really enjoying the series. Fuck Subaru, whatever his name is, the voice actor for um, Vice. Anyway, he's racist if you didn't know. Very racist. Never apologized for it. So I've really been enjoying the show. I do understand that some people get a little tired of Vice and how over the top he is. I'm a very obnoxious, over the top person, and he doesn't always bother me. This episode he does decent. We'll get to there. We'll get to that point. I'll talk about it in a little bit. This episode was really cool. So it's a lead off from the last episode where we found out that the one girl that was a childhood friend of what's his name of Ikki, that she actually contracted out the demon that was taking her sister because she's jealous of her sister and how much her mom like dotes over her sister and basically forgets the fuck about her. There's a lot of really good interaction there between her and her mom and her sister, and a lot of really good moments. She's trying to make her mom understand, like, I would like attention too, and it's a worthwhile story, and it kind of ties in really well with the conflict between Ikki and Daiji, because Daiji is still really pissed with Ikki that he won't just join up and officially be the rider and be contracted and everything, and Ikki's like because he keeps saying to Ikki, if you protect the world, then you'll be protecting your family. He's like, nah, I can't really protect the world. He keeps saying the opposite. They're really like kind of clashing. And he gets really kind of, honestly, he's been kind of using the kid gloves of Daiji up to this point. He has a really human moment where he loses his temper and he's like, fine, then why don't you transform then? What's wrong? What's stopping you? And I like that he said that. I think that, I like Daiji's aesthetic, that he thought very highly of himself getting into Phoenix when he did at a young age, and that he has this older brother who isn't like your typical older brother that's like, oh yeah, I want to be a baseball player. My brother already in the MLB. It's an older brother who could have but didn't, but he still sees him as like almost like a rival slash like role model. And I like that he like is upset that nobody thinks he's strong enough to be a writer, and that he wants to be, but nobody's given the opportunity. I'm sure we'll get there at some point. But I like the conflict there, and it works really well between the two of them. And it does a lot of really good stuff in this episode. Honestly, Vice doesn't have a ton in this episode where he's like talking a whole bunch. He makes comments here and there, but he's not like a big part of like the things happening, and like the plot and all that. We do have a moment where Ikki talks to the mom who's still in the hospital after being attacked last episode or the episode before, whatever it was. She's doing okay. She's just, clearly you got smacked around by a monster. You're not going to be doing okay. Or doing great anyway, but you're doing okay. And she basically tells him, like, I understand you want Daiji to, get a hold of himself and be stronger, but you also have to, like, sympathize with him and understand, where he's coming from. And Ikki understands that, and I think he was trying to at first, but because Daiji was so, like, obsessive about, be a rider, transform, do this, he just didn't want to do that. So the conflict right there is really good, and I think that the family drama conflict is a really strong part of the series, and something we've not really seen a whole lot in Rider done this well. We've seen father-son conflict type things throughout Rider and Sentai, but this is done pretty well, and I like this. It's not just father-son. It has really nothing with a father at all. It's between two brothers, and I think that works really well. So we also find out that you can do like there's like a second level of the demon contract thing where it makes the monster stronger and like change form a little bit. The Kong one from last episode gets turned into a level 2 version of it where she basically combines with the monster. And Daiji goes to, they find out about this, goes to George to talk about it, and we see George's collection, a bunch of like helmets and like rider belts and figures and stuff like that, which is just really nice attention to detail that he's that big of a rider fan. I wonder if the actor is too. And George's like working out, so I kind of wonder if he's going to be a rider at some point, maybe. I think it'd be cool. If they don't, that's fine too. So anyway, Daiji tells him about it, and he's like, oh yeah, there's a way to do that. There's a second level contract to these things. And he's like, okay, well, is there a way, like, it's absorbed her into it, so is there a way to separate that out? He's like, yeah, with a good old rider kick, and he has like a figure that I think is coming out pretty soon. It's Ichigo, a version of Ichigo, actually. With a good old rider kick, and he like poses it with a rider kick. And so Daiji goes to Ikki to tell him, like, you'll have to fight normally and destroy, like, rider kick, destroy the monster to save your friend. And so Ikki finally like has like a good heart to heart with Daiji or whatever, and you know they kind of come together a lot better there. It doesn't completely solve the conflict. I'm sure there'll be some lingering things until Daiji eventually becomes our secondary. May that be Kamen Rider Evil, if that's what the rumors are saying right now, or whatever one he's going to be. So he fights the evolved demon, Kong, Dead Man, and we get to see the debut of the Phai's Pterodon genome. And it's really cool. I not watched Phai's, but I do like the little attention to detail that every time he transforms in one of these genomes that has a rider motif attached to it, like all of them do, that it uses part of like some saying from the show, may it be the Henshin phrase or something. So in this, at the end, it says whatever it says, flying high, something, something complete, like complete. Like in Phai, you know, standing by, all that stuff. So that was really cool. And the suit is really nice. It turns Vice, instead of having like a full rider form, I think he does have a rider form, kinda, but he mainly has like a hover bike thing that he uses. So I thought that was really cool. And they use that, and they end up destroying the monster. And of course, Vice is like, and with the power of love, 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 love. And he says before the fight, "Oh, Icky, won't you show me love?" And so they transform. He's like, "Fine." He just like he like taps him a little bit like this. He's like, "Yay, love!" He just doesn't get what love is, but thinks that's what it is because that's what Icky's telling him. I really like. I kind of enjoy Vice. I can separate him out from the voice actor, but I like the character. So saves his friend and ends up signing the contract finally. So he's finally signed the Phoenix contract, officially a rider with Phoenix. Blah blah blah. So he's given the driver officially the genomes he needs. Whatever. I wonder what that's gonna entail. I wonder if there's maybe some things, some like fine print he didn't read and stuff like that. That's gonna screw him over later. I also don't completely believe that George is a good person. I feel like there's some darkness there. I don't know if he's going to stay evil the rest of the entire show, if he is really evil or what. But the promo for next episode shows our next rider in the scans, or in the grains of salt, like rumors and stuff. It talked about Kamen Rider Evil / Live, which is just evil backwards. Had to think about that for a minute. So the idea, I think, is that Evil is the rider, and then Live is the demon, maybe, like Vice. We're not really sure how this is working, especially because the belt, from what we've seen from the scans, if you've seen them, doesn't look like the normal Revice driver. It doesn't even look like the driver Daiji had, which is really interesting to me. So we're not sure exactly how it's working, but he's got a really nice like bat design and like a lot of like ink type things, and like his the two like rider eyepieces on his helmet are like completely different. But if you look at the belt closely, it looks like it's two separate riders it's trying to homage at the same time, which is cool. So, yeah, I think the grains of salt talked about, the rumors and stuff talked about Evil, like, essentially, from the name, it's kind of goofy they're calling it Evil, being, like, utilizing, like, dark riders or evil riders as the motif for, like, the genomes it uses and stuff. I don't know exactly. So, a lot of people think that it's George. I think that's possible. He was wearing a black tank top when he was working out, so I guess, and Evil's like one of main colors is black, so maybe. But that's next episode. We also are going to get the debut of the Kuga Lion form, which looks really great. These genome forms have not missed at all. All of them have been beautiful suits, amazing looking suits. But anyway, really enjoyed the episode. I would probably give it a strong, I'd say probably a good 9.5 out of 10, because I really liked the action in it. I really liked the conflict between Daiji and Ikki, reflecting the conflict between Ikki's friend and her mom finally realizing, like, I do love you, I'm sorry that I'm not showing it, and blah, blah, blah. And those two conflicts kind of resolving similarly was really good. And I liked the new form, and I liked that we get some more lore on the Dead Man, and the Dead Man's, whatever I want to call them, and the secondary level evolution of the Dead Man, like, demon form thing, where they can combine with their contract holder and be stronger. So, I really enjoyed it. Like I said, strong 9.5 out of 10. Let me know what you guys think of the episode. Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Whatever. Comments below. Thank you guys for liking and sharing and watching. I appreciate you guys so much. But I'll talk to you later. Stay hooked on Henshin's. Bye-bye.